Hello and welcome to another reaction video. Yay! So I don't know, this streamer is called Destiny, and apparently there's some controversies around Destiny this time. So this is a video how this YouTuber destroyed his career in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Are you mad? This is by Internet Artist. You'll see his name in the video. So I'm just going to give my points of view, what I think is right, wrong, etc, etc. Just my thoughts on the situation. Obviously, if you want to go over, check out without my commentary, feel free to do so. Do subscribe if you do subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment your thoughts on the situation. Will he obviously be able to redeem? Will he just, his career's over and done with forever? Comment down below. Do go check out the other videos. Do go over to Internet Access if you like what you see in this video, without the commentary and just his point of view. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness, now what's going on? Like, geez, there cannot be something without going on in the streamer world.
I'm genuinely baffled
I should do this. I should do this.
at how this guy has an audience after all the shit he has said and done. He should get insta-banned on all platforms and thrown in jail. This comment perfectly summarizes the way the internet feels about the political streamer Destiny. And judging from the way things are right now, it's only downhill from here. From laughing about doxing someone,
I literally just doxed that girl. The one that tried to throw egg on me like a week or two ago. Like, I don't give a fuck about like doxing.
to proudly claiming to be pro-genocide.
I'm pro-genocide. It sounds really shitty, but like I think that Israel should just drop its fucking borders about where it is now, and basically Palestinians can go live in another place. That's really shitty, but like that's about where I'm at.
And
Right.
even
You could be able to say that like fucking 5 years ago, mate. Like, don't give a shit. Like 6 years ago, fine, no one even knew that. But you can't say that shit now. I'm sorry, but you can't
defending
say that shit
PDF
now.
files.
Let's say there's a person that's like 30 years old and tries to like randomly like 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds. That wouldn't be. I don't think that would be considered grooming.
Destiny has managed
But it's depend, right? It's depend on situation, because they say, right, age don't matter. Age does not matter, right? As long as if it's consent. Consent. As long as it's consent, it's fine. If it's not consent, then that's when it's matters takes worse. It's worse if it's not consent, right? As long as if it's consent, it's fine. It's what it's people's been said, you know. Age don't matter, you know. It's fine. Age don't matter as long as if it's consent. Fine. But if it's not consent and it goes step first, then it's a real shit show.
to get away with doing and saying a lot of horrible stuff over the years. His most recent scandal involves him secretly recording his partners in bed
How
and then
has he got
sharing those
away with
videos
this
with
shit,
strangers
by
without
the way?
consent. When the allegations first came out, he probably thought he'd dodge the consequences like always. However, the consequences of his own actions have finally caught up with him. This
Good.
controversy has sparked enough backlash to sink his online reputation for good,
Good.
and there's nothing he can do to avoid his
And that's what you called karma, by the way. Karma is a right bitch. Karma is a right bitch. Don't know this person, don't, you know, never watched the streams, nothing. So, but if you've done shitty things over the years, it's bound to catch up to you. And you know what? Thank God. If this person is a shitty person, then you get what coming to you.
his fate this time. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create
Anarchist.
weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're done.
There you go. That's all the videos he do. Obviously do go check it out. He's just explains his points of view like I'm doing. Probably there will be a link in the video. If not, just search up internet anarchist and look for the A.
Diving into the well-earned downfall of Destiny. From his long history of alleged predatory behavior, to the scandal that finally made even his most loyal fans turn against him. And if things keep unfolding the way they are, Destiny can not just lose his career, but his freedom as well. But before we get into what he's done, let's take a brief look at who Destiny...
His freedom as well, and his career. Like, you say shit things, then obviously you're going to lose that respect online. And not only because it's online, if the police get involved or anything like that, then you're just like, you're fucked. You are fucked. You need to be careful what you say online. Like, fine, opinion is an opinion. Like, that is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with opinion. But taking it too far is just the one thing in, like, you need to chill back on, like, literally.
Destiny even is. Stephen Kenneth Bennell II, better known as Destiny, started his online career in 2011.
Was his dad the first?
After quitting his job as a carpet cleaner. He began streaming StarCraft 2 on now-defunct streaming sites like Livestream.com, Ustream.tv, and Justin TV, which later became Twitch.
Cam, we got this. Force field, do it,
I didn't know that.
Cut the army in half.
That same year, he joined an esports team for StarCraft 2 and started competing professionally.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. This is Cancer Jamas here for IGN Pro League. Once again, I am joined by Stephen Bennell, one Root Destiny. Thanks very much for joining us, and congratulations on IPL Season 2 qualification.
His success in esports gave him the exposure to
This is something that I will never go up to, is an esports player. Never. My PvP is like on a granny's level or granddad's level at the moment. So yeah. Nah. Honestly, God.
transition into full-time streaming, a path he pursued for the next 5 years. However, starting in 2016, Destiny began shifting his focus away from gaming and more towards politics.
Who do you think won the vice presidential debate?
Depends on how you define winning.
Well, how do you define winning? What do you care about in these debates?
I care about people that are adhering to the truth.
Surprisingly, his political content quickly became far more popular than his gaming content ever was, resulting in him gaining nearly 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube and over 800,000 followers on streaming platforms. But for many of his early fans, his switch to political content signaled a turn for the worse. And unfortunately, their fears turned out to be completely justified. As time went on, Destiny started having more and more unhinged takes on sensitive topics, like defending the distribution of CP based on his extremely flawed logic.
Men that are given access to child pornography have a higher chance of not actually committing pedophilic actions in real life, and I would argue that that would be a moral good, that if you can prevent people from acting on those urges, that's something that should be explored.
Wait, what? How does that make any sense? But it don't work like that. It don't work like that, though. You cannot, right? You cannot 100% say that. Oh yeah, it'll cut down. Like, but it don't work like that. You don't know how it's gonna work. And to say, like, whatever people get into their mind, like if you're a confident Donny and you don't respect any rules, then how can you not to say that? Oh, he's done this, and then he's gonna shit because he's seen this, right? He's gonna do that from watching a screen. You don't know, like.
This quickly turned him into one of the most controversial streamers on the internet. However, these outlandish statements also allowed him to build a cult-like loyal fanbase, one that was willing to defend him no matter what he did. As a comment on Reddit puts it,
cults.
Destiny is the only guy who can literally get away with whatever he wants because his fans brigade internet spaces until the narrative is so diluted that people forget what a piece of shit hack fraud he is. With a fanbase willing to defend him at
A fucking cult streamer. Why turn into a cult for? like, fine, clickbait or whatever, and if your fans enjoy it, fine. But really, you're gonna fucking turn it into a cult? That is weird. Nah.
At all costs, Destiny had no incentive to hold back, leading to a long list of controversies that only grew worse over time. Unfortunately, there's no practical way to cover every
And yet, people still watch this. People watch this. Like, it's gonna get out of control at some point. Literally. If it gone through with so much shit and no repercussions, it just says it all, though.
single horrible thing is said or done over the course of his career. There's simply too much to go over. That said, most of his unhinged behavior falls into a few clear categories. The first of which is him being a massive creep. Like in 2015, when an adult star posted a tweet about getting assayed by a co-star. The tweet will have to be censored due to how graphic it is. However, after coming across this, a normal person would either offer support
YouTube.
or just ignore the tweet and move on. Destiny, however, took a much darker route, choosing to insult her and other survivors of Grape with vile comments like, "Jesus, why not file an effing police report instead of tweeting this? You're effing disgusting, what an effing idiot." When someone called him out for his unhinged comment saying, "At Stephen Bunnell, why don't you write us a long list of everything you feel a survivor of Grape should do? Then I'll use it to wipe my ass." Destiny doubled down and made things worse. He responded with, "Survivor of Grape? It's Grape, not murder, not beheading, not a fatal car crash. Everyone survives Grape. Get over yourself."
Right. Yeah, fine. Like, everyone survives it, right? Whatever. But it still leads, right? Like, a car crash, right? You have that trauma. It can lead to that trauma of going in a car again. If you seen a murder happening, right? It can lead to trauma again. If you've seen a beheading, it can lead to trauma again. Rape is just the same thing, right? It can lead to trauma. Yeah, fine, it's not on the same level as murder. Fine, it's not on the same level as a viking beheading. But, and it may be not the same level as a car crash. But, let's face it though, like, it can also damage your life, right? It is not the same way as these have, but like, if you experience it, and by the looks of it, he hadn't, because like, let's face it, why would you be saying this shit online where everybody can read it? And not just that, all the police can read this shit as well, FBI or government or what fucking ever, and you're saying this shit online like it's a good thing to say, like, oh, this, and it's not the same. Yeah, you might be able to survive it, but at the end of the day, it can also lead to trauma. It can also feel like you're alone. It can feel like, you know, you don't want another relationship because of what happened. And obviously, it might take, months, years to finally succumb of what's happened. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, fine, it's not on the same level as murder, beheading, or a car crash, but at the end of the day, it has an effect on people. An effect like a murder, like a beheading, and like a fucking car crash. Okay? It's an effect. Right? It's same if you were in a car crash, right? If a car crash and you're in, like, you know, say you got badly injured from a car crash and you're in hospital for more than for 2 months, for an example, and that leaves, you know, trauma, you won't want to get in a car again, will you? You know what I mean? Like, You can't say
From
this
here,
shit.
things only got worse. Survivor Grape here, hello. Want to talk about how hard it is to go on every day? Where Destiny would respond with, blank yourself so you don't have to live with the pain. But his disgusting rant didn't end here. Right after this, Destiny got into an argument with another woman over the definition of grape. She posted an argument stating, at Stephen Bonnell, ignoring a safe word.
Sorry, it sounds like it's saying grape and not rape. Grape.
And not stopping when someone asks, is ignoring consent and is grape.
Exactly. Which I said earlier. Like, if it's consent, fine. Like, you know, age is just a number, right? But as long as if it's consent is what I've been told, then apparently it's fine if it's consent. If it's not consent, and obviously ignoring it and it's not consent, then it is. Like, and obviously you've got to have a safe word in there just in case. So just, you know, if people are going over the boundary level, then at least they know. And if they do, and then if they continue, then they are just ignoring it. And then at that point, it's not consent.
Go F yourself. And instead of presenting a counter argument, Destiny completely flew off the handle, wishing violence on her in a horrific response. Yourself, you effing. I hope you get raped with a effing shovel until you bleed out your effing and die holy.
Kill yourself, you fucking cunt. I hope you get raped with a fucking shovel until you bleed out your. And
this, along with several.
Right. Out of every word you could have used, cunt is the worst one you can use. Is the most worst one you could use out of the fucking, right? And yet, you, like, this isn't right. This, you need to go to some sort of therapy or some shit, man. Like,
other instances of him mocking and belittling assault victims is why many in the YouTube community see him as a grape apologist. However, even this pales in comparison.
Raped apologist? What's a fucking rape apologist? I've never heard that in my life. A raped apologist. What is this?
To his disturbing stance on PDF files, which includes defending their actions.
I don't like predators, period. I don't care if you're offending or not offending.
Okay, hold on. Who disagrees with Brittany? Who disagrees with Brittany?
What, if you just because you molest a child
I
doesn't
don't
make you
disagree
a pedophile.
with
That's
her.
not.
Claiming that an adult s***ing a minor is not grooming.
Let's say there's a person that's like 30 years old and tries to like randomly sext like 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds. That wouldn't be. I don't think that would be considered grooming.
Right. Let's face it. It's not consent, though, is it? Really? Is that consent? Is randomly a consent thing? No, it isn't, mate. No, it isn't. At that point.
And even debating the quote benefits of CP.
Apparently, men that are given access to child pornography have a higher chance of not actually committing pedophilic actions in real life, and I would argue that that would be a moral good, that if you can prevent people from acting on those urges, that's something that should be explored.
What about child pornography?
If people has an urge to do something, they'll do it. You don't know how the outcome's gonna be with that person. Yeah, fine, some people don't, but some people also do. You can't just say watching this will fucking overcome anything.
That's kind of a different thing. There's like moral versus pragmatic sides of that. I've seen a little bit.
If you've got morals, you've got morals, right? If a person has morals, they will follow that morals, or some people will. It's like me just saying, oh yeah, but everybody has morals and everybody will follow that moral, right? Not a lot of people will follow morals or have morals.
Bit of evidence on the pragmatic side, and it seems like an okay thing. I probably shouldn't say that, or sound.
He has also gone on record to say that he finds some underage girls hot.
And again, like some of it, I guess, sounds uncomfortable. Some people, like if you're being real, like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, like there are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature fucking old.
Now, some might argue that he's simply playing devil's advocate in most of these cases and doesn't actually believe anything he's saying. But even if we give him benefit of the doubt, there's no plausible justification for these tweets from July of 2022. It all started with Max Carson, who posted a poll on Twitter asking women, quote, "At what age should men start ogling/flirting with you?" And when a girl named Courtney replied to this tweet with 10, Destiny replied to her asking for pictures, stating, "You were hot at 10? Any pics?" She
I think there is
actually sent him the pictures, and after taking
I think there is a limit. I think I say fine, right? You're not really doing nothing at the end of the day. You're just saying, wow, that girl's hot. You are not literally doing nothing. But if you're, like, let's face it, doing this, you were hot at 10, any pics? Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Taking a good look at them, Destiny replied with one of the most unbelievably
You can say, wow, that chick is hot. Wow, you were hot at 10? Fucking hell, you know what I mean? But saying that, and then also saying, any pics?
disgusting statements he could, reading, "Jesus, I've never wanted to bend someone over the hood of their little tykes so bad." For those who don't know, Little Tykes is the name of a mini car for children. Some of his fans tried to brush it off as just an edgy joke, but
that's not an edgy
most
joke.
people weren't buying it. They were rightfully disgusted and pushed back hard, writing, "Before people say it's a joke, the message of the joke is that he finds a 10-year-old hot. And even if the second tweet is a joke, that's a big fucking if. How could anyone possibly explain the first tweet where he explicitly asks for pictures of a 10-year-old to
exactly.
evaluate if she's hot?"
Oh, fuck. But, like, you can only go so far, and I think saying, wow, you're hot, fuck, you know what I mean? At that point is fine. You're just saying it. You're not really doing much. Like, you're just saying you're hot. But if you're saying it and then you want pics or you want more out of it, and she's like 30 years younger than you, I think that's a point to like, you really need to check yourself.
Now, this alone would have been enough to bury most creators, but with Destiny, this is
like, I literally have like, what is it? How can I say it? Like, I do not go like past a certain age. Like, so say I was like 26, I want to go 3 high, 3 low, kind of thing.
is barely the tip of the iceberg, because in
Not
addition
like
to being a
10 down,
massive
10
unapologetic creep, he also has a history of justifying extreme violence against others without a shred of remorse. And one of the most prominent examples of this is his continued apathy towards Palestinian people, like boldly declaring that he's quote pro-genocide and that the Palestinians can go live somewhere else.
Because I don't know anything about him, so if I do say some, I could say something wrong, I could say something good, so I'm not commenting on
laughing
this,
maniac.
I don't know.
Honestly, I'm pro-genocide. Like, it sounds really shitty, but like, I think that Israel should just draw its borders about where it is now, and basically Palestinians can go live in another place. That's really shitty, but like, that's about where I'm at.
Or claiming that the Palestinian genocide doesn't exist, because according to him, if Israel wanted to genocide Palestinians, then they would only exist in history books. Maybe Destiny thought this was a clever argument to support his claims, and from the looks of things, he was likely trying to argue the semantics of the word genocide, but it backfired spectacularly. Regardless of his intentions, many people online pointed out how tone-deaf and cruel his comments were, tearing apart his logic with responses like, quote, "It's only genocide when the job is done," is a hell of a take. And imagine saying the Holocaust wasn't a genocide because the Nazis didn't get every single Jew. Destiny is just receiving new loads of idiocy. That said, this wasn't the worst of it. This video was sponsored by MyHeritage, the #1 family history service yourself, allowing hours of live kids using the link in the description and build your family tree. With that being said, let's get back to 2024 stream, where he's
no ads.
somehow managed to hit new levels of absurdity.
Sorry.
About 2 hours and 20 minutes into the stream, Destiny came across a tweet reading, "An unprecedented TV investigation by CNN captures some of the cases documented by the Euromed HR of the sniper operations and by the Israeli army of Palestinian citizens carrying white flags." This piqued Destiny's interest, leading to him watching the video attached to the tweet. At one point in the video, a person gets shot and his wife runs towards him in grief. And instead of showing any sympathy, this is what he had to say after watching this play out.
So you're saying the woman was acting? I don't think the woman was acting. She probably was sincerely sad. Her husband got fucking killed. But I think they were farming TikTok clips.
This was a bit too far, even for his own viewers. But
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the... sorry if I am saying this wrong. Palestinians or some... Paladines? In Israel? Paladinians? Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But, yeah, if you're saying anything like that, and you're saying, oh, they're doing it for TikTok, then they're doing it for views, it's like... Yeah, it's a bit of a reach, mate. That's a reach. That's out. You cannot... It's like, oh, fine. Let's say, like, the Nazis, like, took out all the Jews, and, oh, they did it just for a TikTok. Oh, my goodness. That's a bit of a reach, right? You shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be saying that. It's like if someone did a fucking beheading and, like, let me just get this for TikTok. Oh, my goodness, this is so good. Like, come on. It's like you have to know like what is actually for viewers and what isn't. What's a fucking script and what in. What's the difference between reality and fucking social media? Like, you know, just you can't say the shit they did it for TikTok views. Like, no, that's not the case, though, is it?
when his chat tried to call him out on this, he responded with something even more degenerate.
Destiny, come on, how is this not pure dehumanization of these people? Even look at chat's reaction. This is fucked. Because they're doing it to themselves. You're dehumanizing yourself. You're suiciding and sacrificing your civilian population.
A comment on YouTube also points out the irony of a streamer claiming that the people in the video were farming TikToks. Reading, "Holy shit, Destiny just watched execution footage and said that the very clearly innocent civilians who were doing everything in their power to get to safety, being shot at, were farming TikToks. This guy is watching this on a live stream, which he is definitely making money from. What is this world that I live in?" That said, Destiny's reckless endorsement of extreme violence extends far...
No one's farming. In that situation, how can you say it's farming for TikTok?
Beyond the Israel-Palestine conflict. In a live stream, he also supported the idea of black rioters getting gunned down by white militia during the BLM protests.
The rioting needs to fucking stop. And if that means like white redneck fucking militia dudes out there mowing down dipshit protesters that think that they can torch buildings at 10 p.m., then at this point they have my fucking blessing, because holy shit, this fucking shit needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago. Like holy fuck.
Granted, he was referring to violent rioters who were destroying property during protests, but for most people, suggesting that an unrelated group should just come in and gun down civilians crosses a line. He crossed a similar line when he insinuated that the innocent person who died at the Donald Trump shooting somehow deserved it because of his political leanings.
Fuck the dude, the firefighter guy, fuck Trump, fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay, just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter.
The backlash for this was swift and intense, resulting in his Twitter account getting demonetized. He also received a temporary ban from Kick, which was surprising considering how long it took them to ban literal PDF files like Riot Lol, with a commenter stating, "If you get banned on Kick, you're a special type of special." However, this didn't stop him from repeating the same rhetoric in later videos.
But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died. The guy didn't have any power. He wasn't a politician. He was just a dude. I don't like...
He wasn't just a dude. He was a guy that was posting a ton of inflammatory shit on his social media, who was at a rally for one of the most inflammatory candidates of all time.
This also highlights a crucial part of Destiny's character. Put simply, he does not fear the consequences of his actions. Or at least, that was true until his latest...
But to be honest with you, right, he can't be saying this shit with all the with apparently all the said his shit in the past is far more fucking worse than then what this thing doing, this innocent guy, right? But you have to understand as well, is he doing it just to prove a point? Is he doing it for the goodness in his heart? Is he trying to make people aware, or is he just doing it for shitty reasons? You know what I mean? We can't just go and base off, yeah, he might be an innocent man, but he's posting this shit on fucking Twitter, right? This, boom.
Controversy, one that could ruin his life forever. It all started on November the 9th, 2024, when a person named Solo Tiny Leaks posted a few cryptic messages on the Destiny forum on a site called Kiwi Farms, which is a message board infamous for doxing and leaks. These messages read, "Is this stuff public yet? Not sure if it's any interest of you guys. I only sent to a few streamers. What exactly can I leak here? I want to dump everything. It's about to be a very white Christmas." Alongside these, Solo Tiny Leaks also uploaded dozens of attachments, including screenshots of his conversations with multiple people and explicit videos of him and his partners. But
is there more materials? Also, anything you say to Destiny can be used to discredit you, or the screenshots, I don't really care. What more would there be? That's what I'm asking. Anything that confirms anything else would be interesting. The sex thing is neither here nor there, but what the hell?
before we get into these leaks, we need some important context involving Destiny and his ex-wife Melina. Melina and Destiny were in an open relationship where they were allowed to see other people as long as the other partner knew about them. However, in mid-2023, rumors began circulating the internet that Destiny was secretly dating another creator by the name of Lauren Southern. This was quite odd, considering Lauren's political leanings towards being a white nationalist. Destiny, on the other hand, claimed to be on the liberal left, essentially the exact opposite of Lauren. So if the two were actually dating, that would go against everything Destiny was preaching through his content. Viewers also began speculating if Melina was aware of this supposed relationship and began asking her for answers. And even though she was appearing more and more in his content as time went on, Destiny continued to
date someone the exactly opposite to you. Whatever you said online was a load of shit to begin with, right? Was a load of shit to begin with. Like, you're dating someone who's the exact opposite of you. You like them. That's the proof right there. You're not the person you're saying. Or maybe he is the actual person, but he just liked someone who was opposite, but that doesn't make no sense.
Deny any romantic involvement with Lauren. During this time, Melina and Destiny also got divorced, adding even more fuel to the rumor mill. However, for the next few months, it just remained that, a rumor. That is, until these leaks by Solo Tiny Leaks, which included screenshots of messages between Destiny and Lauren, confirming that they were indeed a thing. The leaks also included a transcript of the last message Lauren sent to Destiny before breaking up, showing just how close the two were. More importantly, the messages revealed that Destiny was actually cheating on Melina without her knowledge, something she later confirmed in a video. She also talked about how Destiny said that she was crazy and needed therapy when she brought up the possibility of him having an affair with Lauren.
I didn't know about it, that's the thing. Like, I could sense something, but I got told that I was crazy and that what I felt was wrong.
Look, did you what?
And like, I got told to go to therapy.
Put simply, these leaks confirmed that Destiny, 1, didn't care about politics as much as he presented in his streams and videos, and 2, that he was a liar who managed to cheat on his wife despite being in an open relationship.
This is why you don't go with open relationships. And at the end of the day, why would you need to be in a fucking open relationship? Why? It just don't make no sense to be in an open relationship. Like, at the end of the day, you're there to date that girl. You're there. If it's not working out, just be open and honest. Like, you know, to the other person. Like, to be honest, I wanted open relationship because I wanted to see other girls, and you know, this isn't kind of working out, right? Instead of you know, being an open relationship, which, okay, let's say they were too fine with that, and then you tell everything about, right, whoever you went out with, which still don't make no sense, because why would you have an open relationship and then go out with another girl, and then you tell that girl everything you did, right? And then obviously say it went the other direction, which obviously this did, because, well, there's more shit on it. There's shit here, to be honest. Obviously cheated on wife in an open relationship.
This enraged most of his loyal fans, who felt like they were being lied to for years, with one viewer referring to Destiny as a quote, Weasley little liar dude. However, the backlash from this cheating drama was quickly overshadowed by something far more sinister.
Was this just drama? Was this like literally something he did?
You see, the leaks also included dozens of videos of Destiny being intimate with his many partners. Most people assumed that Solo Tiny Leaks somehow gained access to Destiny's phone or computer and stole these videos from there, but the reality was far more disturbing. As it turns out, Destiny had actually willingly shared these videos with a 19-year-old girl on Discord called Rose in exchange for pictures of her feet, and she was the one who got hacked by Solo Tiny Leaks. To make matters worse, Destiny shared these videos without asking for permission from his partners, who were also clearly visible in them. This included his ex-wife, who confirmed that he shared what's basically revenge her without her consent or knowledge.
Things that just happened, the past month.
The relationship was fucked anyway, like, fucking hell, you won't do an open relationship for fuck all. You won't do an open relationship for nothing. I'm sorry, but why, you won't need to be in an open relationship. It's like the craziest thing. Obviously, not as crazy as what is done on in past and the shit he said, but it just don't make no sense. The open relationship does not make sense. You like a girl, right? You want to go out with the girl, then obviously you won't need an open relationship. First of all, you want to marry the girl and spend the rest of your life with her, you won't need an open relationship, right? Simple. Why an open relationship?
Things that's been done to me.
The only reason you want an open relationship is because the girl you're married to or dating is boring. You know, there's something just isn't going on with you two. You probably had a falling out, a big argument, nothing, you can't recover it. You know what I mean? Then just say, right, this isn't, it isn't working anymore.
Without consent or anything. that has been my past 5 years. that energy, you know?
After learning about these leaks, people also started digging through Destiny's old content. And it didn't take long for someone to find a clip of him admitting to having a collection of such videos that he shares with other people.
I kind of have my little archive of Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to. There were girls that I talked to past that I'd sent stuff of either me or Melina.
However, Melina was just one of the several partners who were visible.
Right. I understand, right? You have archives of shit, but you wouldn't say that on stream. Obviously, he don't give a shit on what he says. By the looks of it, I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. But I have no idea.
uncomfortable in these videos. The second victim was a streamer named Pixie, but unlike Melina, who just wanted to stay as far away from Destiny as possible, Pixie went on the offensive. She contacted Destiny directly and asked for financial compensation in exchange for sharing her explicit videos without her consent. In a conversation with one of Destiny's friends, she wrote, "I want this to be the most expensive mistake of his life, and I'm essentially asking him to self-punish himself in a way I don't think he'll like or agree to without the law involved." When this conversation became public, some people started hating her for trying to extort Destiny, while others fully supported her plan, with one person writing, "Maybe I have shitty morals, but I don't take issue with her attempting to extort him in the way she did. There's no guarantee that she would have gotten anything the legal way with the power and money imbalance he has over her, and I would guess that if it went to courts and fans found out, she would be endlessly harassed compared to if he paid privately." However, the backlash from people who disagreed with her approach caused her to do a complete 180, which she announced in a tweet reading, "On November 29, the streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my nudes, making me a victim of revenge porn. I will be suing him in federal court." Alongside this, she also shared a lengthy statement detailing her story and the exact charges she plans to bring against Destiny. That said, at least both Pixie and Melina were aware that they were being recorded, even if the videos were later shared without their consent. Destiny's third victim, on the other hand, didn't even know that much. On January 21st, 2025,
I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, you can watch the rest of the video on his channel. Do go comment down your thoughts on the situation. Like, be real. Be real. If he does get his platform back, his career, then that is fucking one lucky dude. Like, that is one lucky dude. Especially nowadays. Like, the shit don't run nowadays. And if it does, then there's something wrong there, to be honest with you. Like, it's just shit. It's just absolutely, utterly bogus how he just been got away with this for years. And now it's just finally all coming up to him. Like, come on. Come on. People, you know, there to see you, see your personality, and to see Bob if you're entertaining or not, which I could be wrong. But, you know, comment down below what you think. Do leave a like. Do go check out my other videos. If you do like his facts on the information on the situation, and do go over, do go check his video out. I do actually watch his videos, and actually banging. So yeah, informative stuff. This video has gone on way long enough. So do leave your thoughts in the comments down below on this situation. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have an amazing day. Keep smiling, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.